You know that one Apple product hardly anyone talks about, but once you use it, you can't imagine working without it. That's the Mac Mini. And now with the new M5 chip, this little silver box just turned into one of the most powerful, most underrated computers Apple has ever made. The M5 Mac Mini isn't just an upgrade. It's a statement. It's Apple saying, we can pack workstation-level power into something smaller than your lunchbox. From the outside, nothing much has changed. It's still that minimal aluminum block, clean, compact, almost unnoticeable on your desk. But inside, it's an absolute monster. The M5 chip has completely redefined what's possible in this size, and when you see what it can do, you'll understand why people are calling it the best value Apple product in years. Remember when Apple first switched from Intel to its own silicon? The M1 shocked the world. The M2 refined it. The M3 and M4 made huge leaps. But the M5 feels like a glimpse into the future. This chip doesn't just run apps faster. It obliterates every expectation you had about performance. We're talking about a desktop computer that can outperform gaming towers costing 4 times as much while using a fraction of the energy. You could be editing 8K video, running 3D simulations, or coding massive projects, and it won't even flinch. The fans stay quiet, the machine stays cool, and your workflow just flows. No stutters, no heat, no drama, just pure, effortless power. Imagine exporting a 10-minute 4K video in less time than it takes to make coffee, or working on complex music projects in Logic Pro without ever hearing your system slow down. That's what the M5 Mac Mini does. And here's the part that's blowing everyone's mind. This tiny thing starts at under $1,000. $1,000 for a computer that can crush a workstation costing thousands more. Apple basically handed creators, developers, and professionals a secret weapon that looks innocent, but performs like a beast. And it's not just about raw power, it's about how it delivers that power. The M5 chip is built on Apple's most advanced architecture ever, with CPU and GPU cores working together more efficiently than anything we've seen. It's insanely fast, but also insanely smart, allocating resources where they're needed instantly. You never notice the process. You just feel the smoothness. Everything opens instantly. Every app feels ready the moment you think about it. It's not just computing. It's almost like your machine is anticipating your next move. And what's wild is how quiet the whole experience is. You could be running high-end rendering software, complex code, or multitasking across heavy programs, and the Mac Mini stays silent, cool, composed. That silence adds this weird, calming energy to your workspace. You start to realize how distracting fan noise and lag were in your old system. This one just lets you focus. It's almost meditative. Now, Apple didn't really redesign the body, and they didn't have to. That classic compact design still feels timeless. Solid, simple, elegant. But the real design story is on the inside. You've got up to 40 CPU cores in the M5 Ultra model, an insanely powerful GPU that rivals desktop-grade RTX cards, and unified memory that moves data faster than anything else near its price. Everything is integrated, everything is optimized. The result is performance that feels seamless, not just fast, but frictionless. And yes, it supports everything you could want. Multiple 8K displays, ultra-fast Thunderbolt 5 ports, HDMI 2.2, 10 gigabit Ethernet, Wi-Fi 7, everything a modern power user needs. And because it's modular, you can pair it with any display, any keyboard, any mouse. You can build your own setup exactly how you want it. That's the beauty of it, freedom. You're not locked into Apple's expensive accessories. You can mix, match, and create your perfect workspace. And if you're a content creator, get ready to fall in love. Final Cut, DaVinci Resolve, Premiere, they all fly on this thing. You can scrub through 4K or even 8K footage like it's 1080p. Color grading feels instant, exports are ridiculously fast, and even motion graphics don't push it to the edge. If you're a music producer, it's the same story. Dozens of tracks, plugins, instruments. It doesn't break a sweat. For developers, compile times are insanely short. For designers, everything from Blender to Figma runs buttery smooth. And the craziest part? It does all this while sipping power like it's on battery mode. Compared to a typical PC tower pulling 600 watts, the Mac Mini often stays under 100. That means less heat, lower energy bills, and a smaller environmental footprint. It's performance that's powerful and responsible. Now, some people always bring up the same criticism. You can't upgrade it. And yeah, that's true. You can't open it up and stick in new RAM or swap storage. But honestly, you don't need to. The M5 chip's unified memory architecture changes the game. The 16GB or 32GB you choose acts like way more because it's shared intelligently across the CPU and GPU. That's why even base models feel fast for heavy tasks. Apple basically optimized the system so tightly that upgrading feels outdated. The performance is already there from day one. And let's talk about value for a second. Apple's been criticized in the past for pricing, but with the M5 Mac Mini, they're delivering shocking value. You're getting the same processing power as a Mac Studio in a smaller body for a fraction of the price. That's why professionals are buying multiples, setting up mini clusters that perform like servers. You can actually chain them together over Ethernet and create your own networked powerhouse. 2 or 3 Mac Minis side by side can outperform entire PC workstations while using less space and less energy. It's wild. And Apple isn't even bragging about it. They're just letting the results speak. That's Apple's quiet confidence at its best. And speaking of quiet, that's what makes the user experience feel magical. You turn it on, it boots instantly. You open apps, they appear instantly. You run multiple heavy processes, nothing slows down. You almost forget that performance used to come with noise, heat, or fan turbulence. The M5 Mini erases that. It just works, every single time. It's the kind of device that disappears into the background, so you can stay in your creative flow. And that's the secret. Performance you don't have to think about. When technology becomes invisible, creativity becomes effortless. Now, let's zoom out for a second. Apple's entire product line has been moving toward this balance of power and simplicity. The M5 Mac Mini feels like the purest example of that vision. No distractions, no gimmicks, just incredible power in a clean, compact form. It fits any environment, an office, a studio, a bedroom, even a living room setup. It's small enough to hide behind a monitor, but strong enough to handle anything you throw at it. And for people working from home, this is perfect. You get the performance of a Mac Pro without the size or noise. Plus, it looks gorgeous. That subtle Apple aesthetic that just blends into your space. And here's something not enough people talk about: longevity. The M5 chip isn't just fast now, it's built to stay fast for years. Because Apple controls both hardware and software, macOS runs insanely efficiently on it. Updates won't slow you down, they'll make things even better. That means this isn't a one-year investment. This is a machine that'll stay relevant for half a decade, maybe more. And that's rare in tech today. So who is the M5 Mac Mini for? Honestly, everyone. If you're a student, it's the most affordable way into the Apple ecosystem without compromise. If you're a YouTuber or filmmaker, it's a silent rendering monster. If you're a developer, it compiles code faster than machines twice its size. If you're a music producer, it's whisper quiet and unbelievably efficient. And if you're just someone who wants a fast, reliable desktop that'll never give you headaches, this is it. The M5 Mac Mini doesn't need to prove itself, it just performs. And that's what makes it so addictive. It's not flashy, it's not loud, but once you've worked on it, you realize it's doing everything right. You start to trust it, that calm confidence that whatever you throw at it, it'll handle it. That's a rare feeling in tech. And maybe that's why people are calling it the sleeper hit of Apple's lineup. While everyone's hyped about iPhones and MacBooks, this quiet little box is quietly outclassing them in performance per dollar. It's the kind of product that doesn't scream for attention. It earns it. Every frame, every render, every project, it just delivers. Small, cool, silent, unstoppable. That's the M5 Mac Mini, the computer that doesn't need to shout to be the best. It sits there under your monitor, changing the game one silent revolution at a time, proving that sometimes the most powerful things come in the smallest packages.